Good Tuesday morning, everyone. It has been a pretty full morning so far. As you can hear the fans running. The girls are all up. Two of them are still doing some quiet reading real quick. Madeline's outside with the dog. I got really behind on kitchen while I was down with some serious allergy issues. So trying to get caught up on that. Right now, I took the Dawn Power Wash. I've sprayed down the rack. I'm gonna let that sit for several minutes because I've learned that the longer you let that sit, the better it works. I'm gonna scrape this out, also spray it down, and just let them soak while I actually get work done because I haven't actually started work for the day. But these are all Rebecca dishes. She washes separate dishes that are not like the cast irons, the wok, the pots and pans over here. I'm trying not to put you on camera. And then I also do the Tupperware, some of the sharp knives, trying to get all that out of her way so she can do separate dishes from last night and the night before, I think. I don't know. The kids are having leftover biscuits. I had a low carb breakfast. So I'm gonna knock this out while they finish reading. Then, like I said, once I get this scraped out and sprayed down, then I'm gonna go start work for the day. There's that one soaking. It's been in there for like a minute or so because I went and washed my hands when I was done with this. This one's been soaking for some time, but I'm gonna leave them because I need to go get work done. But I have room to put them over here whenever I finish up. So they're just gonna stay there and soak. That was out from washing these. So I used a little bit of salt and oil to scrub a little bit of the bottom off of here. It kind of stuck and I didn't get to it immediately. So you can see some of the salt I need to wipe out of there. But it's okay, it will eventually come out. For anybody that doesn't know, you're not supposed to use soap on woks or cast irons. So we don't use salt and oil to clean them instead. But they're drying right now. This one's almost dry. I'm gonna leave those. Actually, I'm gonna turn that off because I'm going to work. But they're in the office right here. But I'm gonna leave those for now. The other two are still doing their reading and then they're gonna eat. They usually like to read before they eat. They don't like eating like immediately when they get up. So leave that. Wow, it's already 8:20. I'm gonna go get work done. Just finished editing today's vlog, or yesterday's vlog for today's upload. I try to stay about a week ahead. That allows us, like when we're on vacation and things, to be able to keep videos up while we're gone. And it also just allows us to have more time to edit the videos, like not feel like we have to rush them, to feel like we're actually given a good enough quality that you all will want to watch them. So I just like being able to do them in advance. And normally I have these open because it feels like the space is bigger in here when they're open. But guess what? It's raining again today. We are staying inside today. It's almost lunchtime. It's like half an hour till lunchtime. Those chicken patties, the other good thing about those is not only are they cost effective for like when we're on a tight budget, but if we do the whole bag at one time, I don't have to dirty another pan today to make more. I can just pull them out and reheat them as needed. So we can just reheat lunch today and have leftovers, just like we had leftover biscuits this morning, or they had leftover biscuits. I had a low carb breakfast. But that allows us to have an easy throw together lunch. After lunch, we are going to go back to the toy room and we are turning it basically into fun room, kids room, whatever you want to call it. But we are going to be moving out the American Girl dolls. They're moving out of there. They're moving to the girls' bedroom. I originally was really against the idea of moving the dolls back to their bedroom, but the goal is that each of the girls are going to have a bunk bed for their dolls. The dolls will sleep on the bunk beds, not in the beds with them because it messes the hair up when you do that. They're going to sleep in there. We're going to move the dolls out and then take that space and move all of their craft supplies into their room. That way they can access them more. They're starting to get to the age where they do crafts more than they do just toys. And the other request was to have a table set up to play their board game. So we are slowly working on, I'll start that in a minute. We're slowly working on changing that over. The first part was getting these drawer units out, getting some stuff out of their closet that they weren't needing anymore. So we were slowly working on changing all of that over. These were their dressers. And when your kids are like toddlers and preschool, those are like the best thing you can use for dressers. But now, can I show them your dressers again? The dressers that we just bought them. Right here, the video that actually went up the day that I'm filming this is them putting these dressers together. But these dressers here are actually, they would actually work really well for toddlers. They are so easy to pull out. They have the little wooden handles on them. They're fairly easy to organize. I did have to refold them, and I think everybody calls it like the KonMari folding style now, but that was like the style my mom always used. But instead of laying them flat, you stand them up with the fold up, so it's a little bit different. They have those now. That has less dresser space because they're actually smaller than these plastic units are. They are smaller this way and this way, but all their clothes fit. They did have to clear some out, but a lot of it was stuff they had outgrown. So the next goal is to move the dolls into their room. We also took the blankets over here from where I dusted the ceiling fan yesterday and forgot to put the blankets back. This bench was in there. It's in front of the fireplace temporarily. That fireplace has not worked the 7 years we've lived here. It was installed, but you have to buy your own gas heat for it. We didn't do that. The other goal is once we get the kids' craft supplies out of the office, I left this for 3 hours with the Dawn power wash. I know I'm curious if it's gonna come clean. Yeah, it is. It comes off like super easy. So there's still some scrubbing involved, but it definitely is better with this than having to fill this entire thing with water and letting it soak. So yay, now I can just spray that on while I'm doing work, leave stuff to basically quote unquote soak with the spray, but not with like a whole thing full of water. So I'm super excited about that. Let me scrub it down and see how it goes. I'm not going to add anything else to it. I'm just going to scrub it with that, and then I'll catch up back with you in a second. There's what it looks like, completely cleaned out. Literally all I did was scrub with that washcloth and the power wash, and I think this is something I'm gonna buy more regularly because I don't usually try to let food just sit overnight and not wash it, but like on days like this where I had one sick day last week and I couldn't get to dishes right away, that is such a huge help. I mean, look how great that looks. That is clean, rinsed, and ready to be put to dry and then ready to be reused again. Here is current situation of toy room, and we don't like it, do we? So current goal is, that's Madeline's bunk bed. We want to get 2 more bunk beds, but get triples for the other 2 girls because
they have more dolls than I do.
They have more dolls than Madeline does. Our goal for right now is any dolls we're keeping are going to go to doll beds in their room. From there, the next goal is to take any doll clothes we're keeping and see if we can make all of them fit on the 2 closets that we built for the dolls. If they can't, we're going to have to keep a drawer unit for just doll clothes. And then we'll basically go from there. So today's house redo is basically just doll stuff. Like, we're working on just the American Girl dolls and their stuff. The first thing I had them do was dress the dolls, so technically they're on their second thing. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go check your room and make sure that the floor is swept and everything, and figure out where we want to put the doll beds and start moving doll beds in there. You ready for that? Cool. It's snack time, so we decided to take a tea break, and I used to not be a huge villains person, but I mean, that is kind of, I don't know. It's not like I love it, but it's also kind of really cool kind of cup. But we're having tea. We're having the breakfast biscuits from Aldi's. We still have quite a bit of these because we didn't do as many tea times as I thought we would do. Plus we had like other snacks and things that we've been working on the past couple months.
Hi.
It is dinner time and we're working on, it's a doll. They're not going to care if it has clothes on. Madeline's doll bed is out. The closets are up here where I can hang stuff without like being down in the floor because my body hates that. We are still working on sorting doll clothes. I had that hung up.
I just couldn't find a shirt for the mermaid tail.
Okay, that's fine. So we're still going through that. They've also started going through the buckets over here to see what they want to keep. This has been completely reorganized, but we're reorganizing it in here, but hold on. It's actually going to go in their room. The boxes have been moved up here. We took stuff down from up here. They fit up there. I should have plenty of room to put the Lego buckets there. Meanwhile, we have burgers on the stove. We have bacon that's going to go with the burgers. Matt also prefers bacon in his green beans. Not a lot, just a little bit. There's also fries in the oven, because fries just make a cheap side dish for a family of 5. So we have that going. I will do the green beans as soon as I have enough bacon cut up to where I can put them in with the green beans. They actually do have a little bit different flavor whenever you cook them with it. I also have a couple of strips of bacon in the pans with the burgers because they come frozen like this. It was the cheapest way we could get burgers for our family right now. So they come frozen like that, and sometimes they stick even on these non-stick pans. So we do like small pieces of bacon to go in the pans with them to add just a little bit more grease in there to keep them from sticking really bad. So I have this going on while they're finishing up in there and getting that done. We have all of the dishes that I washed from this morning put away, which gives plenty of room for Rebecca to knock out her supper dishes. Trying to get our honey to not be crystallized. This is a trick I've actually learned from, oh, they've had this open. Somebody got into this. This is a trick I actually learned from a friend of mine, was to put your honey bear in a jar of tap hot water, not boiling, just tap hot water, and it will actually start to liquid. But it looks like they've gotten into it, so I'm gonna have to clean that off now. And Matt's in the shower, so I'm trying not to use a ton of hot water. But we're gonna try to liquefy that again for tea time if we have tea time tomorrow. So we've had a pretty busy day. The girls only have like 40 minutes until bedtime, so they decided they want to watch the movie, and I decided I'd join them, and so we picked DuckTales. I like the older one. They like the newer one better. I kind of like Webby better in the newer one, so we're gonna watch the newer DuckTales before we head to bed. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.